Hey there, welcome back. Jay Barrino here at StarCraft Remastered. Let us go and watch some people get murdered by giant bugs. Wasteland Patrol.
Sarge, why we always gotta listen to this shit for anyway?
'Cause I'm in charge, that's why.
Oh, it don't seem like no good kind of reason to me. Also, hey, what's that?
Hold on a minute, a second. Steamroller!
Looks like you mashed some poor feather's dog, Sarge.
It's a Zerglin, Lester. Smaller type of Zerg. They even be out this far unless... Oh, shit.
I love you, Sarge.
Desperate Alliance.
Receiving incoming transmission. Comlink established.
I got your message, Magistrate. And frankly, I don't care what you have to say about Confederate regulations. You damn fringe world yokels are all alike. Don't know where your loyalties lie. Y'all have a real good day now, you hear?
Transmission ended. The report you requested is ready. 16 outland stations have reported sightings of the alien invaders identified as Zerg. The Confederates have arrested all standing militia forces and continue to avoid action against the Zerg. 3 stations have fallen to the Zerg already. We've been unable to locate any source of military relief except the extremist faction known as the Sons of Korhal. Their liaison is holding online.
Good day, Magistrate. My name is Arcturus Mensk, and I represent the Sons of Korhal. You're familiar with the Confederate propaganda surrounding my group, but your reputation suggests you'll see past it. It's never been our practice to operate in any one place for long, but these Zerg don't look like they're going to wait. I'm going to make you an offer, Magistrate. I'd like to help you out by sending down a number of transports to your colony and evacuating any survivors. You know, of course, that my organization operates outside the bounds of Confederate law. That's why they spread their lies and misinformation. If you decide to accept our help, you'll be branded as an outlaw too. But it's a chance to save those people. Time to make a stand, Magistrate.
Ending transmission. Priority alert. Evacuation zone under attack by Zerg forces. Distress beacon activated at 12:20.
Let's make a deal with the devil, Jimmy. Survive for 30 minutes.
Hey, this thing's on fire! You ought to send an SCV out here to repair it. You can fix my backup too while he's at it.
Give me something to shoot.
Okay, we will do that. Good old Sergeant, get mining. And this is an instance maybe we'll just like send our SCVs to rally up here. Nah, because then they'll just kind of get confused. So I will send an SCV out to repair. Sergeant, you can shift-click certain actions. Yes, so we're going inside the bunkers. You can shift-queue some actions. So like repairing with SCVs you can, but you can't shift-click buildings. So like with probes, Protoss probes, you can't shift-click those, unfortunately. That would be really nice, but it's not something we can do. I'm deciding, do I want to go and attack the Zerg, or do I want to just turtle up and make sure that we can win? When I was younger, I know I was able to push out and clear the map, so maybe we'll try that here. Again, I'm sort of used to the original, I'm sorry, not the original, the Mass Recall version where it's like noticeably more challenging. So I think I will try to just build a boatload of Marines and move out. We've got 30 minutes, that's a lot of time. Stack some Marines on the high ground. Again, the mischance against high-grounded units is very noticeable, so it might be worth it. What I'm can I move closer to these resources? Let's real quick. Everybody cool it for a second. Not particularly, but yeah, sure. Let's float a little bit closer. That does get us tangentially closer to the minerals. And we'll get a comset station here to screw with our pathing to our refinery here pretty soon. We don't really need a refinery except for upgrades. Can make a factory and then get vultures, which are minerals only as well. I don't know. Again, we're still kind of in that point in the game where strategy talk is not particularly engaging. I don't think the game is not very challenging. Again, looking back on Mass Recall, yes, the game can be challenging this early on, but when we're playing the original StarCraft, the AI is the same. We can expect a very large attack. We can expect a very, very large attack around 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, but other than that, it's just going to be some Hydralisks, and we have to repair the bunkers. But we have some good options here to defend ourselves if I choose to. We can't heal our Marines, that's not until Brood War. But building supply depots here in front of our bunkers to filter Zerglings into a specific location allows you to put one fire bat in the bunkers to just absolutely torch Zerglings very quickly. So that'll be a good usage for having gas. Probably just getting our infantry weapons early. Contrary to popular belief, I really don't think stacking bunkers is the best choice. Having a bunker to absorb damage is a good choice, but bunkers actually make it so that you can stack less units in a smaller space. So really, in the space of this bunker, we could fit maybe 6 or 7 Marines if we were diligent about it. So the amount of DPS from this space is lacking. So you use the bunker to absorb the damage, not to deal the damage. So you have vultures and Marines behind the bunkers, and that's where your damage dealing comes from. So anyway, soon enough, we'll just start focusing on making units. Have we been supply blocked yet in this campaign? So now's the time to shine. I think in the tutorial, as the adjutant was saying I needed to build supply depots, I then got supply blocked at that moment, interrupting the adjutant's talk about what it means to, why you need to make supply depots. Anyway, we'll attempt to not get supply blocked, and we'll make 2 or 3 barracks, and then we'll move out here pretty soon. We can start Marine range. I've never, as much as I've played StarCraft 1, I've never memorized the hotkeys for basic upgrades like U-238 shells, because I don't know, I've never really thought, man, I could really save time by saying U for U-238 shells. Also, I have the ability to change my hotkeys now. I may do that. StarCraft 2 hotkeys are a lot more intuitive, or even using grid hotkeys might be a better choice. So that might be something I'll look into. Like M for Marines just feels clunky and not intuitive. I don't know. Like, why couldn't have been A? I don't think there's anything in the command card that uses A in the barracks command card. Who knows? Anyway, there's no point in trying to figure out what they were thinking of back when they did this. I don't really like Stimpack in the campaign until Brood War, because it's not very viable until you have medics. That's just my opinion. I just don't find it to be particularly viable. We can leave some SCVs near our bunkers for now, make some more Marines. And we can also move our SCVs out and set up some of these supply depots like I've been talking about. Make some more Marines and leave them near the entrances. Another thing, too, is when you queue up a building, the money is not reserved as it is in StarCraft 2. So if I queued up what happened there, I queued up the supply depot, and then I spammed a couple Marines out, and we went below 100 minerals, my SCV got to its location, and it became an unable to build situation. Okay, also missile turrets suck in StarCraft 1. This way is worth pointing out. It's like particularly poor. Now, let's back up here. Let's not stand out in the middle of nowhere, buddies. I will go ahead and throw down a couple extra missile turrets because we're going to need them. Meanwhile, another barracks would be prudent. Will we be able to move out in time? I mean, I used to be able to. I don't know. In my ripe old age, I've lost the ability to beat Desperate Alliance by destroying all the enemy structures on the map. Oh no. How embarrassing. Okay, throw these down. Missile turrets aren't 100 though. There are 75. I mean, I don't think the missile turrets in StarCraft 2 are, I think they're twice as good, but they cost only 50% more, so I don't know. It's telling, I think, that missile turrets, unless you're swimming in money, are not particularly cost efficient in StarCraft 1. Okay, Marines, keep it up. What I'll probably do is try to, again, do that Zergling filter strategy. The only concern is if I do that, it's going to hem me in and not be able to move out. And I do want to move out. Could still afford to get a decent chunk more of SCVs. You know, we really don't need to make a ton of supply depots, just enough to filter the Zerglings in a direction that we want them in. So I think that's fine. I'll leave an SCV here. There's no auto repair. Not a big deal, but again, just something to keep in mind. I could get a ComSat to at least start scanning around the map. Got +1 finishing up for our armor. Vulture's very, very good against small units. Similar to Firebats, like a semi-niche unit. Are you stuck? Oh, he's not stuck. Good work, buddy. We'll get one more over here just because I don't want my SCVs getting hit. I'll get one here too. Again, I just want to be careful and make sure my mineral line is secured. It's easy for Mutalisks to sneak through here. Can't build on the high ground. Stacking Marines up here probably would be a decent choice, but I'll make a couple Firebats. See, that's F. Firebats are F. That's what you'd imagine. Well, I guess that's the first letter of what they're called. Medics, I think, are C. So maybe when it was Brood War time. Well, no, M was Marine. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just ignore me. Yeah, see, this is why I made these turrets where they are. The Mutalisk bounce. Let's get a glimpse of that Mutalisk portrait. Looks good. Okay, well, you're never getting out. I'm sorry. I should have built that missile turret a little further away. Let's go ahead and, yeah, even just one Firebat in bunkers can be particularly great against Zerglings that are running in and surrounding your stuff, so it's totally worth doing. Just get a couple Marines out and maybe move out soon. Just like 3 to 4 groups of Marines would be pretty darn good. We've actually, so there's a little opening here that Zerglings could slip through, but it's blocked maybe by the missile turret. They might try to run around. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll probably be okay. Famous last words. Let's grab a ComSat. Let's see if we can throw this down without blocking our SCVs. We're already depleted. I didn't realize that this geyser had so little Vespene in it. Okay, now I don't think... my instinct is to shift-click my SCV back onto minerals when he's done here, but I don't think it's going to happen. Marines and more Marines, and let's just keep it up. I could get another barracks, but our income isn't quite good enough for that. This one mineral patch is kind of blowing up our spot in order to get any closer
Upgrade complete.
to the minerals. Let's do a scan here. Let's check out the main hive cluster. Oh my word. Looks good. The spire looks real weird. It looks really flimsy. I like it. Oh, did he get out? How did that SCV make his way out? Maybe he was just blocked by another mining SCV. It doesn't matter. Let's get a few more Marines. I don't think bringing Firebats with it is going to be particularly great. They're just going to die to sunken colonies, so I'm just going to avoid that. Let's just move a couple more Marines up here to defend us. Let's just move a couple more Marines up here to defend us, and then we will continue making the necessary units. U-238 shells should allow us to hit these Hydralisks. Nice work. Okay, and then we'll start attacking up in this direction. So any enemy attacks that are coming around this direction will get caught by our attacking force. Meanwhile, we should have enough defense over here to hold the line. Go ahead and repair this. Had a moment there teaching us how to repair. You don't think you're learning something, but your brain is learning something by saying, hey, you can fix the bunker and my bike. So that means intuitively you think, I can repair anything that's mechanical, without a tip saying, you can repair anything that's mechanical.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Because, honestly, in most games made in 2017, there would be a tip that says, you can repair things that are mechanical. And I'm not specifically calling out StarCraft 2, I want you to know. I'm saying literally any game that comes out probably will give you a little tip that says, you can do such and such. And you're like, I know, it's pretty obvious. I'm not an idiot. But you know what, there are a lot of idiots out there, so I can't really make any judgments on the type of assumptions we should be making. Where are you going, buddy? That type of pathing is much different than what I would have expected, even from StarCraft 1 AI. Okay, I think I'm going to want 3 groups of Marines. I don't think that's overboard. I don't think it's overboard. I don't want to hear anybody telling me it's overboard. Okay, looking good. We still have 13 minutes. Plenty of time to move out. The Zerg have burrowed units all over the map, and I think at 2 minutes, they just all unburrow and attack you. Let's just do some scanning here. There's Sunken Colony. Some stuff up here we can clear out, give us the high ground advantage. Maybe take out the Spire. Because we have seen some Mutalisks. If we take out the Spire, then they won't bother us anymore. Okay, that's 2 groups. I used to remember making like 5 to 6 groups and realizing like, oh, I don't think I have enough. But that's because I didn't do any sort of micro. I'm gonna make myself look like a fool. I'm gonna look like an absolute clown as I move out and am unable to complete this with the 3 groups of Marines that I anticipated. Even 3 might be a bit overboard. It's a lot of Marines. But again, they can't be healed. Getting stim might not be a bad idea, but a mass stim is a silly waste of health. That is for certain.
Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals. Blizzard, can we get some custom announcers, please? Oh my god. This game has been out for like 12 hours. No custom announcers? Hashtag fail. I wish I was being ironic, but there's someone out there. There is an absurd someone out there who I'm certain has had that thought. I've learned from my years of YouTube comments that you think something would just be a little too absurd, but it's not. It's not. It never is. Okay, see, there's the bunker taking the heat while the rest of my unit's dealing a boatload of damage in the back. Okay, let's move our Marines up here, and hopefully they don't get horribly path blocked. Alright, well, Marines are going to chew up Mutalisks. I'd rather have a couple Marines than a missile turret. Granted, a missile turret is cheaper than a few Marines, so... What am I saying? What do I know? Let's just keep queuing up Marines and get going here. An extra barracks, probably not particularly useful. Granted, I am over-queued in many cases. We're going to lose a couple units to Sunken Colonies. You can pretty much guarantee that we're going to lose... We're going to walk into Sunken Colonies and lose at least a couple Marines along the way. So I guess lead with the weak ones who are already prone to death.
10 minutes until dropship arrival.
Indeed. So we'll keep making Marines, maybe to leave at home just in case, because we're going to have that final attack, and if we don't clear the Zerg out before that happens, then we're going to be in mild trouble. Okay, let's move on in. It's going to be important that we kind of move forward. I didn't follow my own advice and use hold position like I should have. I'm going to get as many units in attacking as possible. Guess I should hotkey these separately.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, and let's go ahead and move up the ramp. Clear out the Zerg that are up here. Every bit of Zerg that we kill, so look at that mischance, you can actually see it visibly. Every Zerg that we kill, even Overlords, is larva that they won't rebuild with and attack us with near the end. So that's important. The Zerg will probably react to the fact that we're killing their buildings. Also, we have these units that are going to try to path in weird directions we want to keep an eye on. Okay, it's going well. Also, Overlords just means, you know, fewer units than they can make to bother us with. I mean, I like the look of combat. It does, I find it looks pretty good. Let's see what's happening over here. Hopefully no problem. Cool, we cleared this out. Looks like they really want it. They really want this high ground.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, and we're supply blocked. Wow, I thought I would have lost more than that. Alright, so that Sunken Colony can vaguely see us. Not anymore, because there's Overseers, or Overlords. We'll go down into that base pretty soon here. Again, I probably didn't need as much as I built, but that's okay. I didn't expect to actually be supply blocked at 90 here in this mission. Okay, let's move down here, and we can follow up with these units. Let's get them on over here.
Your forces are under attack.
I don't see any Sunken Colonies. It's just a creep colony, that's fine. The visual of the Marine bullets hitting a target actually is more satisfying, I feel like. I don't know what it is. It just looks good. Okay, let's get on in here and try to kill these Sunken Colonies. Cover our Marines that are attacking the Sunken Colony with other Marines in the back. Try to get up to the front. Okay, and let's try to attack into the Zerg base. This may be semi-suicide, but I don't really think it matters at this point. We have some reinforcements. We have to clear out the Zerglings while the Sunken Colony's dealing a lot of damage. Typically, I feel like defensive structures are meant to delay, but in maps like this, they actually do make a significant difference. Even just 1 or 2 Sunken Colonies. Okay, larva can take a ton of heat. Let's not attack into that sunk. Actually, no, let's just stand here. We just want to take out as many Zerg as possible while we're rallying up more and more Marines. And we should time this just right so we can actually complete this and kill most of the Zerg production without them before the 2-minute mark when they're going to get crazy and attack us. Alright. StarCraft 1 units really wanting to be heroes. Okay, let's get in here and attack this. And attack this. Well, okay, let's make sure we're focusing on the Zerglings that are coming in.
Until dropship arrival.
Here's an instance where the sunken colony delayed. I went in to target it specifically, and then we ended up losing a lot of Marines to Zerglings that were on top of us. Okay, let's continue moving up with these units and kind of flank around to the other side. There must be another hatchery on this map. I don't honestly know where it is, but it doesn't really matter because, again, we've cleared out most of the Zerg. There's probably some burrowed Zerg around that we want to find because they're going to unburrow and come for us later. Again, we lost some Marines to sunken colonies, but if you destroy literally every Zerg on the map, it doesn't end. You have to wait the full 30 minutes, which is hilarious. So I'm glad I'm kind of timing this to align with when the map actually ends. I suppose it's against the spirit of the map to move out and actually kill all the Zerg. I do regret it just a tiny bit, because we're not going to see the Mondo attack that happens near the very end, which is kind of the fun part of it, is trying to hold out against... Oh, what have I done? Have I been rallying here? Or did they all get stuck? I genuinely have no idea, but let's just auto-attack. They'll hit a sunken colony or two, and they'll figure it out. Okay, let's move on up here. Take this out and then move up this ramp where I saw a Mutalisk or two come from, so maybe they have another Spire and Hatchery up here. Okay, let's head on up. Everybody go. See, I attempted to make some hotkeys of Marines earlier, but as we got enough reinforcements, I just said, nah. It's very easy to just say, nah, let's just split up here and start just auto-attacking in random directions to see if we can find burrowed Zerg so that they won't bother us later. Yeah, get him, Marine. Good work. I thought this would be a sunken colony over here. Okay. We've pretty much done it. 2 minutes. I mean, there may be Zerg that are just kind of hiding out, so we'll force them to unburrow. I think it's the 2-minute mark. It might be the minute and a half. Who knows? But they'll come for our base. But I've played StarCraft enough where we sit and we just let the holdout period run its course. So look at the Hydralisk Den. It's triangular now. The little butthole on it's triangular this time. Go now, get out of there, Marine! Not like this! He will live. Not today, buddy. Yes, you will be evacuated. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. Let's just auto-attack everyone back to base, and it's a little RP here trying to get all these guys back in range so that they can be evacuated properly, you know? Nobody left behind. Got a minute. The dropships can wait, right, for these guys to stream back in.
1 minute until dropship arrival.
You can make it, buddies. I didn't research Stimpak, one, because I don't tolerate drug addiction, but also because I can't heal you through it. So we can't get you back to base as fast as I'd like. But hey, we basically cleared the map. Maybe there is something up here. I don't know. If there were Zerg on the map, they would have come and attacked our base. It's possible that single Mutalisk was part of it.
Something on your mind?
Anyway, again, I hope my insights are a little informative. It's possible it may just outright ruin the game. Kind of takes away some of the magic, I suppose. But you know, if you know these little insights. But the game has been out for so long. Well, not remastered. It's been less than a day as of when I'm recording this.
Strap yourselves in, boys.
That is not enough dropships for the heat that we are packing, Arcturus Manx. Send some more dropships. I'll check the score screen at the end of all these. I suppose you can review it for yourself. But we destroyed the Zerg. That's satisfying. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye now.